I will now begin the first lecture on food labeling and advertising regulations in South Korea.
I am Dr. Danny Jun, the CEO of Food Science Information Research Institute. Our institute specializes in providing lectures, consulting and OTT services related to food. In the first lecture, I will explore the topics of overview of food labeling and advertising, Obligated Business Operator for labeling, and labeling method. Regarding the labeling method, I will delve into the following aspects: display surface and font size, minimum sale unit labeling, labeling method for set packaging, labeling information sticker application, partial labeling or omission of some labeling information, and products packaged by dividing bulk items. This is the importance of food labeling. Consumers are often unaware of what ingredients are in products manufactured by companies, how long they can be consumed, and what nutritional information, such as calories, sodium, sugars, and more is included. This phenomenon, where only one party possesses information, is known as information asymmetry. To overcome this, the government imposes labeling obligations on food companies to ensure consumer rights to information. Companies frequently use emphasized labeling on their products to expand sales. However, in this process, there are cases where information deviates from the truth, deceives consumers, or disparages competing companies. Therefore, the government prohibits unfair labeling and advertising content to protect consumers and competing companies from such unfair competition. This is the regulations on labeling and advertising of food. Under the Act on Labeling and Advertising of Foods, there are subsidiary decree including the Presidential Decree, known as the Enforcement Decree of the Act on Labeling and Advertising of Foods, and the Prime Ministerial Decree, known as the Enforcement Rules of the Act on Labeling and Advertising of Foods. Each of these decree includes appendices, as shown on the screen. There are numerous ministerial ordinances in accordance with the Act on Labeling and Advertising of Foods. These ministerial ordinances also represent regulations that must be observed when conducting food labeling and advertising. In order to labeling and advertising on food, only the provisions of Act on Labeling and Advertising of Foods is not sufficient. Depending on the type of food, regulations from different laws such as the Food Sanitation Act for genetically modified food labeling, Act on Origin Labeling of Agricultural and Fishery Products must also be followed. This relates to the Obligated Labeling Business Operator. Restaurants are not obligee of labeling, so there is no need labeling all information, including allergens. This slide pertains to mandatory labeling businesses in the food and livestock sectors in South Korea. Additionally, health functional food manufacturers, importers, and distributors of imported foods, as well as those who package and sell agricultural, forest, fishery, or livestock products in containers, and producers, distributors, or sellers of utensils, are also considered obligated labeling businesses. Food items produced by instant sale processing establishments are not subject to commodity reporting, so they do not need to write commodity reporting numbers in label. Note that this also applies to imported food products and cases where imported food products are repackaged by dividing bulk items. However, in the case of domestically manufactured and processed food products that have been reported with item details, if they are repackaged by dividing bulk items, the original commodity reporting number from the original product must be written. This is about display surface and font sizes. Should the product name be displayed on both the main display and the information display? On the main display, the product name, net weight, and corresponding caloric content for the net weight must be indicated. There is no need to display the product name on the information display. If the area on the information display of the product is insufficient to accommodate the required information with a font size of 10 points or more, can the company homepage address be added? If the available space on the information display is not enough to present the labeling details with a font size of 10 points or larger, it is permissible to use a font size smaller than 10 points. However, In such cases, only the labeling details specified in the standards for labeling of foods can be written on the information display. Therefore, the addition of the company homepage address is not allowed. This is to ensure the readability of the labeling information. We distinguish the main display surface and information display surface based on the packaging design. The labeling information should be displayed on the package of the minimum sale unit sold to consumers. There is no need to display it on transportation boxes or inner packaging. However, if it is desired to do so, the labeling content must match that of the container packaging of the minimum sale unit. Here are some tips related to minimum selling units. This is about the set packaging. Since the sale unit is the plastic wrap outer packaging, all labeling information for the product must be displayed on the plastic wrap outer packaging. However, if the outer packaging is transparent and allows consumers to see the labeling information of the individual unit packaged products inside, the labeling information on the outer packaging can be omitted. Set packaged products do not require separate commodity reporting. However, if desired, a separate commodity report can be created for the product name of the set packaged product. Here, I will explain the definition of set packaging and whether a commodity reporting number is required. It is permissible to display a representative product name on a set packaged product that includes both our own and third-party products. However, in such cases, the outer packaging of the set packaged product must clearly indicate the labeling information, including product names for each constituent product separately and distinctly. If the individual products comprising a set packaged product indicate certain raw materials and their quantities using raw material names as part of the product name, there is no need to separately write the raw materials and quantities for the representative product name of the set packaged product. This is the labeling information sticker application. When applying a Korean sticker to imported products, the product name, date, ingredient name, and country of origin labeling information should not be covered. However, it is permissible to modify certain labeling aspects, such as ingredient names, not in compliance with domestic regulations, using stickers or similar means. Please note that the nutritional information of imported products may be covered with a sticker, considering varying standards by country. If the labeling information in two languages is identical in the country of origin labeling for the respective imported product, either of the language labeling information can be entirely covered with a sticker. This is partial labeling or omission of some labeling information. When selling snacks, chocolates, etc., packaged together as a set product for delivery, the labeling information must be displayed on the minimum sale unit packaging. It is not permissible to write the labeling information on a separate piece of paper and enclose it. According to the Food Sanitation Act, sale includes providing to an unspecified number of people other than selling. Therefore, offering food items as gifts to an unspecified number of people falls under the category of sale. Hence, all labeling information must be displayed on the minimum sale unit packaging. This is about products packaged by dividing bulk items. When products packaged by dividing bulk items, the original labeling information of the food should not be altered. Therefore, for products produced before the effective date of the revised regulations, if they are divided after the effective date, there is no need to change the labeling information. However, in any case, the net quantity, name and location of the food division establishment, packaging material, and nutritional information must be labeled in accordance with the division or repackaging. In the case of products packaged by dividing bulk items, the original labeling information of the bulk food should not be altered. However, the quantity, name and address of the establishment, packaging material, and nutritional information should be labeled in accordance with the division and repackaging. Except for the contents such as the quantity, the name of the business and its address, the packaging material, and the nutritional information, which should be adjusted according to the division or repackaging. The original labeling information of the food product should not be altered. However, it is permissible to retain the original product name and make certain additions to it in the case of repackaging through division. I return to the second lecture. In the next lecture, we will learn about product name labeling methods. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and like.